Subscribe to Bisbo and press the bell icon. See boring news turn into enjoyable stories. In February 2021, Karnataka's Income Tax Department raided premises in Bengaluru, Tumakuru, Davangere and Mangalore. The residences they raided were those of trustees of several medical colleges, where they unearthed undisclosed amounts of land, gold, cash and 35 luxury cars registered in Benami names worth 402 crore. These amounts they had earned by giving 350 rich kids medical seat admissions on the sly between 2016 and 18, depriving meritorious students of becoming doctors. Their modus operandi was simple. When a topper under government quota in NEET reserved a seat in their college, but later decided to take admission elsewhere, according to procedure, the empty seat must go back into the main pool so the next in line can fill it. But these trustees never informed the Karnataka Examination Authority and instead allocated it to the management quota, which they sold for hefty donations. These events happened during the same years when Naveen Gyangondar from Chalagiri village in Haveri district, Karnataka, was seeking admission as a medical student aspirant in these colleges. A bright student, Naveen missed the merit list of government seats by just 13 unlucky marks in NEET, the All India entrance exams. The asking price for a medical seat in the management quota was anywhere between 85 lakhs to 1 crore, which was unaffordable to his family. So he found a college in Kharkiv, Ukraine at 1/4 the price and left in 2017 to study medicine there. 4 years later, Russia invaded the country while he was still studying there. As he went to collect rations for his friends one fateful morning, a Russian shell had his name on it. Naveen ironically lost his life due to the malpractices of the very people he may have one day tried to cure. Unfortunately, malpractices like this drive 20 to 25,000 of our medical aspirants abroad each year. At any point in time, there are 150,000 students doing their MBBS abroad in institutions recognized by the Indian Medical Association. Russia, China, Ukraine are the most popular destinations, and the Philippines because of the American accent they used to teach, with which Indian students are comfortable. The only criteria to get admission there is that you need to clear NEET, National Eligibility Entrance Test. And the costs there are way cheaper than India, which has costs similar to a Western nation like Germany. Any MBBS student after passing out from abroad needs to clear the Foreign Medical Graduates Examination. Held twice a year in June and December, the FMGE is notoriously difficult to pass, with just 14 to 20% clearing it. Those that don't make it get their return on investment in the form of dowry during marriage time. Those that do clear it need to do a 1-year internship in a hospital before being able to practice as doctors in India. But the real reason they leave is because of a lack of seats, leaving the country with the lowest doctor to population ratio. Last year, of the 870,000 students who cleared NEET, 1 in 9, just 99,000 got a seat. The 606 medical colleges in India are roughly divided half-half between government-owned and private. And even though there is a 49.5 reservation for SC, ST and OBCs, even their chances of getting a seat are very low, 1 in 11. For the general category, it is still worse, 1 in 24. And now there is the added 10% quota for EWS, Economic Weaker Section. Private medical colleges need not necessarily follow reservations unless they take grants from the state or UGC, University Grants Commission. The present going rate for PG post-graduation seat in a private medical college is between 2 to 7 crore depending on the specialization. However, Naveen's unfortunate episode has reopened old wounds, especially among South Indian politicians who believe that NEET only helps tuition classes and India's privileged class. Their main grouse is that NEET's exam paper is based on the CBSE pattern, multiple choice, which gives an advantage to elite school students. A fact proven by statistics. In the pre-NEET era of 2011-12, 99% of students cleared it in their first attempt. 10 years later, post-NEET, less than 30% did so. It is impossible for government colleges and rural students to clear NEET. Alive to the situation, the center conducts entrance exams in 11 regional languages, but vast differences still remain between rural and urban areas. because of which Tamil Nadu wants to revert back to the old days and abolish NEET. In the pre-NEET era, all states conducted their own entrance exams with just a 15% quota, and class 12 PCB marks, physics, chemistry, biology, were the basis of admission to medical colleges in the state. However, black marketing in seats was rampant, with agents roaming right outside college campuses. Hey, you want seat? Cash for seat. So the UPA-2 government simplified the system, ending the multiplicity of entrance exams by making it one all India entrance exam. This should put an end to profiteering and capitation fees. While NEET ended the cash for seat affair, fee structures of private colleges and deemed universities went through the roof. NEET could not stop commercialization of medical education. However, the more pressing problem at the moment is how to put the lives of the Ukrainian medical students back on track. Students and trainees displaced by partition in 1947 were swiftly rehabilitated in a much poorer India. Seating capacities were added, shifts were doubled, and new colleges physically erected. Books were provided free, and loans as high as 100 rupees a month, a large amount at the time, were extended to them. Now the scenario is different, as the students have largely to fend for themselves. They have already started looking at options outside India, with Poland, Armenia and Hungary offering refugee programs so that students don't lose a year. WhatsApp groups like Ukraine Parents are abuzz with every new development. And while MBBS and PG seats in the country have increased by large margins under the Modi administration, 55% of faculty seats lie vacant for want of teachers. Top of the line Delhi AIIMS has 97 vacancies in its faculty as against the sanctioned strength of 305. This problem is worse in medical colleges outside cities, as district level doctors are not permitted to teach. Because whenever they are faced with a serious medical condition, you need to go to the city to treat your illness, as they do not have the facilities and hence are not knowledgeable enough to teach. New medical colleges are required to be built on 20 acres, forcing them outside cities where no city doctors will come to teach. Ja Simran ja, lekin 20 acre par hi अस्पताल banana. A catch-22 situation. Therefore, private medical colleges pay them fancy fees and fly them in for lectures, forcing them to charge students high fees. COVID has shown, however, how distance learning can bridge this gap. This problem can be solved with shared classrooms through IT connectivity. Still, bridging the 8 lakh student gap of those who clear NEET and still don't get a seat will not be easy. India's middle class who cannot afford the high fees charged by medical colleges may well be saying goodbye to becoming a doctor unless they travel abroad to study. Bisbo's limerick. Spare a thought for the MBBS returnees who went to Ukraine to avoid high college fees, but bombed out they ran back to their own land. Now in limbo they live, caught in a tight squeeze. You will also find these sources listed in the video description section.